So right now we're outside in my backyard, and this is like an impromptu video. I'm out here touching grass or leaves in my case, and I always wanted to keep my channel lighthearted, but there has been I've been wanting to talk about certain topics on this channel, but I think this is the perfect time too. So if you tapped into this video, we're going to talk about how to move from a place of servitude to being selfish. And I think in the next 4 years, we should definitely, especially as Black women, start learning how to be selfish. Now, I know that in certain cultures, we aren't taught to be selfish. We are more taught to be in a place of servitude, especially as mothers, daughters, sisters,
and wives.
And being selfish is given like a negative connotation, but sometimes you need to be selfish in order to set boundaries and for self-perseverance. So I'm going to tell you how I started being selfish like years ago. So I apologize for the noise in the back because my neighbors are outside and I'm eating gummies, and this is an impromptu video. So the first thing I would tell you in order to start being selfish is you are going to have to learn to say no to people. You are going, and it's for many of us, we're going to have to deprogram ourselves. Many of us have been brought up in the church, brought up in the family, especially as girl children, have been taught to always be there for other people, even though these people are not there for us in most cases. You are going to have to say no and set boundaries. No into your job, no to your family, no to your friends. And if that means that some of these people get mad at you and no longer want to be in your life, so be it. Because you're going to see in the next 4 years, we already experienced this the last time, where people are out here acting real ignorant. You're going to have to start saying no and set boundaries for yourself in order to preserve your insanity, in order to preserve your mental health. And I apologize if I keep looking back or over, because my neighbors are out with their kid, and you know how neighbors can be. So you're going to have to really start saying no and implementing no, and pretty much consequences of saying no. If that means saying no, is this person no longer your friend, no longer your family, want to hang out with you? If that means saying no, ruffling feathers at your job, so no hasn't hurt anyone. If you say no, I guarantee that person that is asking you for something or asking you to do something will find another option. You don't have to no longer be the end all be all. So start saying no. That is the first thing I learned. Stop being available to people that are not available to me. The first thing I also learned was saying no is that whoever was asking me, like say if they were asking me, Mrs. G, can I get $50? And I would think to myself, now if it was reversed, would this person give me $50? And if the answer was no, I would definitely say no. And most of the people that are even asking me for $50 are people that would probably not give me back my money anyway, because you wouldn't be in a position to be asking me $50 in the first place. So really start learning how to say no. 2, you're going to have to cut people the F off. Cut people, I don't care who it is. Your family, your friends, the church, your job, your colleagues, your co-workers. You are going to have to learn to cut people off. What I realized in my personal life, all the issues that I have currently in my personal life is not because of me, it's because of other people, having to deal with other people. Now there are going to be some cases where you just can't cut people off. But what I would say is act accordingly. Meaning that once people show you who they are and you still have to deal with them, move with them differently. Just recently, this person and I thought I was at a point where I solidified the people around me. I thought I was at a point where I cut the people off that were people off in my life who served no purpose, and that was there just to badmind me, or that was there just to see me fail. And I realized recently, especially this week, that I didn't cut all those people off. Some of them were still hidden in plain sight. So now, because I can't completely cut them off, I have learned to set boundaries. So the relationship that I have with this person or that person, where it was like go lucky, we was kiki and laughing around the place. Nope. If it's about, if we are family members and we have to prepare something for our family, we're just going to discuss that area and that's it. We're not going to catch up on how's your child, how's this child, who's this, who's doing what. If it's co-workers, we are going to strictly talk about what is going on with work. We are not going to talk about anything personal. We're not hanging out after work. We're not hanging out during work. We're not going to lunch. All those things have been cut off. So if you can't completely cut the person off, make sure you limit the access to you. Make sure to always keep it professional. And if it's a family member, make sure to just keep it because you can keep it professional with family members. You don't have to kiki. You don't have to talk to them every day, informing them what's going on with who. A basic, we meet at family functions and that's it. We're cordial, move forward. So cutting people off is another thing that I would suggest in order to be selfish. In order to be selfish, give yourself grace. Meaning, you come from a place of servitude, so you're so used to helping others out that it's natural to you. So if you find yourself in a situation helping somebody else out that you know you shouldn't, and don't beat yourself up about it. Old habits are hard to die. It's going to be hard to start saying no to people and not being the go-to person or the backup person for that person. So give yourself grace when you slip up. You are human. And I can honestly say, as a black woman, as a black person, I know how it is to live in a world that is anti-black and anti-black woman and anti-African American woman at that. So because I know how that feels, naturally I'm a nurturer. Naturally I want to help people, but I had to really assess that and realize I need to save myself. I need to save me and mine. I can't be over here saving everybody else. And those people are draining life out of me and don't give a fuck about what I do or how I do it or how I move or how it impacts me. So definitely give yourself grace when you feel like you backsliding. It is okay to give yourself some grace. And with that said, it is okay to treat yourself. Meaning that most of us, we are selfless. We come from a place of servitude and we put ourselves last on the list of things to kind of treat yourself. My husband and I come from a culture where, you got to sacrifice, fight, good fight, work hard, no, work smarter. Hear me out, work hard, no. You're going to have to learn to work smarter because working hard is the reason these people keep adding additional responsibilities to our job description, why family keep reaching out to us, because they know we're going to work hard and we're not going to ask for nothing in return. No, work smarter, but treat yourself. I know that me personally, lately, the last few years, I've definitely been thinking about death often, and all I've been consuming is saving my money, getting my life in order, and I realized that I wasn't actually living because I was living for someone else. Like, I was living like, if I passed away, okay, who's gonna inherit this, who's gonna inherit that, and that's no way. Eat my Skittles, gummies. That is no way to live. Live in the moment, live for yourself. If you worked hard and bust your ass to get where you are, to have money, damn sure make sure to be spending your money and not saving that money for somebody else. Treat yourself so that, because when you are in the best place physically, mentally, emotionally, there's no stopping you. Like, there's no stopping you. So treat yourself. Like me, I know I love working out because working out makes me feel so much better. Even when, this week has been such a challenging week and just with everything that's going on. But treating myself, like working out. I just bought like some new shampoo, and I know that doesn't sound a lot. And then me and my husband have been, going to different restaurants and just shopping around. That has been great as well. So definitely treat yourself and be cautious of who you let into your circle. I know I said to cut people off, but also evaluate the people that are currently in your circle. If they are not best serving you If you feel like there's people in your circle that is malicious, that is jealous, that is always undermining what you do, one thing I can say about, I'm married and I've been married for some time, and my husband is my number one cheerleader. Even when I feel like I can't do something, he's always 10 toes down. He's always 10 toes down, like, all right, Miss G, like, how you want to get it done. He's always been supportive, whereas there are others, sorry, we outside. There are others who, when you mention your goal, it's like, I'm just trying to be real. No, because I feel like everyone, if you have a goal in mind, and no matter how unrealistic it is, at least try it. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But from the jump, if someone's discouraging you and saying, oh, I don't think you should do that, especially if it's something that would benefit your life. So I'm gonna give an example, me starting this social media platform, right? I'm an introvert. I am not a people's person at all. And if anything, people get on my goddamn nerves. Like, ugh. But when I told my husband I wanted to do it, he was like, all right, babes, do it. Like, what you need me to do? He was 10 toes down. Now, I didn't tell other people because I've encountered other people that their family members were doing it, and the way they badmouth their family members and was laughing about their family members, that their family members wanted to go on social media and just overall do vlogs or overdo cooking. And I was just like, what type of family member are you? Like, why would you not be supportive of your family member trying to get that money, or your family member? For me, it's trying to get my creative side out, because it's been so long that duty and responsibility have taken over my life, and it's been a long time where I've just had to just have my creative side show. So when you encounter those people, evaluate your circle, because sometimes these people don't need to be in your circle, and they're the ones that's draining the life out of you. Moving to servitude, to being selfish, go for those goals, go for those dreams. So if you are currently thinking about doing social media, or if you're currently looking for a new job, I know the job market is trash, but don't stop applying. Don't stop believing in yourself. Don't stop. And sometimes you're applying for these jobs and it feels like it is a lot. It's okay to take a break and reassess. It's okay to take a break, step back, reassess, and then move forward. But just don't give up. And I'm a firm believer in, we've been brought up, especially in many cultures, to work hard, work up from sun up to sundown. We have seen that there's an easy way to do it. If there's an easier way to do it where you ain't got to do 1,000 steps and you only have to do 2, do the 2 steps. Stop doing the 1,000 steps because it's the hardest way, and you feel like, I feel like for servitude, you equate servitude, we've equated servitude with hardship. And many of us grew up in a culture where it has to always be hardship. It shouldn't always be hardship. Things shouldn't always have to be hard. If you find an easier way to do it, then do it. And it wasn't easy for many of us black women. It's just the outright bigotry, misogyny. It was like, I felt like I was moving with my head down and just moving and just trying not to get involved in the nonsense. But sometimes, these people are out here, they're gonna gaslight us. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for the gaslighting. Don't fall for it whatsoever. I'm gonna give you an example. Like last time, I remember this young, and she was on some type of drugs, and she was running around. Oh, my legs is getting cramped. She was running around saying the N-word to provoke us, and I didn't let her gaslight me, because I knew that's what she wanted. And based on the pits of her face, I was like, babes, I'm doing way better than you in a country where I am not even supposed to be, that don't expect much from me as a black woman. I'm a homeowner. I'm a business owner. I own my own car. I have all these accolades. I have my degree. I have all these accolades, and you running around with pits in your face, and a pits in your face for a world that was created for you to thrive, and yet here you not thriving. Here you not thriving at all. Here you not thriving. So what I'm trying to say to you is move from servitude to being selfish. It is nothing wrong with being selfish and putting yourself before others, because be sure that these people are going to put themselves before you in every scenario. So stop being the yes ma'am and start being the no ma'am, and start saying no to people, and look how your life is going to be that much more better. Once I start saying the no to people, no to asking me for money, no to ask for help, no to bending over backwards, no to overextending myself, I'm telling you, I sleep better at night. I sleep more peaceful, I sleep more better, I feel more free. The servitude that you are going to put into others, turn that around and put it into yourself. It makes no sense filling your glass up for others that wouldn't fill their glass up for you. Make sure to focus on your well-being, make sure to focus on your health, make sure to focus on your prosperity, and be mindful of your self-love, your perseverance. Doesn't mean to neglect everyone else. I know that we have responsibilities to, as wives, as mothers, as daughters, but make sure that your glass is completely intact before you make sure that others' glasses are intact, because the only way you can be your best version of yourself is to actually take care of yourself. So I hope this message finds you well. I'm about to go inside. It is like 70, 80 degrees in November. As you can see, it is fall, but it's really not fall. If you want to come over here and help me with these leaves, that would be much appreciated, because I have yet to find people to kind of help me, reliable people to help me. And in all honesty, considering what just happened this week, which probably going to post this next week, so next week, it's like I don't even trust now. I want to go around and ask people, like, so what's your stance? Like, because I don't want to give money to people that would put my life at risk. So tips, I hope this helps someone. This was impromptu. I don't even know if I'm gonna post this or not, but I'm Mrs. G from Mrs. G's Living. Stay safe, stay selfish. Peace. I'm out. Bye.